Good evening, everybody. Or actually, good morning. It's really late up there. My name is Standing Bear Thunderheart, aka Bear, and this is the UFC 117 post-fight recap with Standing Bear Thunderheart. So I'm gonna get right to it. This event was so crazy. It was I was so full of adrenaline. It was not even funny. I mean, this was such an awesome fight card. I'm just gonna get right to it, to the preliminaries at first. Let's see, Phil Davis versus Rodney Wallace. The winner was Phil Davis, unanimous decision. Tim Bosch versus Todd Brown. Winner, Tim Bosch, unanimous decision. Johnny Hendricks versus Charlie Brenneman. And the winner is Johnny Hendricks, knockout. And of course, Ben Saunders versus Dennis Hallman. Winner, Dennis Hallman, unanimous decision. Now, the preliminary fight that I actually did like tonight, oh my god. Man, that actually made, in my view, TKO best one of the night for the TKO. And that actually goes to the winner, Stefan Struve. Congratulations, Stefan Struve. In the first round, he was getting beat up by Christian Moorcraft. And he was doing pretty good, Mr. Christian Moorcraft. But man, I'm telling you, Stefan really came up, gave him some few good punches, knocked him down, went at him, put him like in a crucifix position in a sense, and just kept pounding him. And the referee had no choice but to give him the TKO victory. So congratulations on Struve. So now I'll get to the real good fights that we're going to get to. Let's see. Oh, and also, sorry, let me go for Dustin Hazelnut versus Rick Story. And the winner of that is Rick Story by TKO. So just thought I'd let you know that. And now I'll get to the fights that were on pay-per-view, that were actually on it. And so Roy Nelson versus Junior Dos Santos. Winner, Junior Dos Santos, by unanimous decision. It was an okay fight, but I really thought that he should have knocked out Roy Nelson the way Roy Nelson was gassed out. So I don't know why he didn't knock him out. I don't know why he didn't go for it, but needless to say, a win's a win. So there you go. And then, of course, Matt Hughes versus Ricardo Almeida. Now, that was a pretty good fight in the first round, but I'm telling you, Matt Hughes has really done well for himself. I mean, he has been having two other victories so far, and then just tonight, he just gave him a good, nice hook, and then just ran up to him and choked him out with a front chancery chokehold from the front, and actually just put a lot of pressure on him. And since being a farm boy and he's so incredibly strong, he choked him out and just knocked him out. He didn't even tap. So congratulations, Matt Hughes, on your third win. So, and from what he's been going through, and he's been aging and so forth, he's doing awesome. So congratulations on Matt Hughes for that. And Clay Guida versus Rafael dos Anjos. And the winner, of course, Clay Guida through a tap out. And that was also a very good fight. Clay Guida, I'm telling you, this guy may seem a little psychotic and hyperactive, but this guy's the real deal. So definitely he's the guy to really watch out for the next few fights to come. And of course, John Fitch versus Thiago Alves. The winner is John Fitch through unanimous decision. Now that fight was really pretty good too. Even though a lot of people didn't like it, but that's okay, because it wouldn't have done it any good for John Fitch to try to go toe to toe with Thiago Alves. That'd have been stupid. So he actually stuck to the game plan of just wrestling him down, wear him out, try to get a submission. And even though he didn't get a submission, still he controlled the fight, and that was what's really important in the eyes of anybody, including the judges. So John Fitch ended up being the winner and controlled the fight, and that was it. And so he won, and now he's going off for a title shot. So congratulations on John Fitch for that. Now the main event of tonight was Anderson Silva, the middleweight champion, versus Chael Sonnen. Now, I want to talk about that because that fight could have gone, Shonen's way in so many ways. Now, Shonen, of course, has been bad-mouthing Anderson Silva for many months. I mean, from, television appearances to interviews in magazines even. Talking all kinds of shit about, how Anderson Silva can't survive his neighborhood and all kinds of mess that he's been talking about. And a lot of my friends was all saying Anderson Silva's going to whip him. Well, I believe so too, but I was also saying to them, look, well, if Chael Sonnen want to talk so much trash, he better be ready to back it up against a guy like Anderson Silva. And boy, did he did. He actually backed it up. Man, when the first round started, I thought Anderson Silva would have just stand up to him like and just dodge punches and make a fool of him like normal. But obviously, Shonen came out to fight tonight. He hit him, he wobbled him, like which that was really surprising to me. He wobbled him, and he actually went and started, taking him down so many times in different rounds. I mean, it actually went to the fifth round, mind you. I mean, it actually went to 5 rounds. And Anderson Silva did. I mean, he was getting pounded, and I would have to call this a real bad day for Anderson Silva. But needless to say, he came out being the winner of this whole thing through the few minutes. Actually, a couple more minutes into the fifth round, he actually got him in a triangle choke, and even like had put a lot of pressure on him in a triangle, even grabbing his leg too. And so finally, Shonen ends up tapping out. But the funny thing about it was Anderson Silva he thought that he didn't tap out, so he kept the hold on going. So I don't know what was going on with that. I don't know what the referee, if he didn't communicate properly or what, but Anderson Silva kept a hold on him after the guy tapped out, even though Anderson Silva, I don't know if he felt the tap out or did not or wasn't aware of it, or maybe he probably wanted to punish him some more, which I wouldn't blame him for wanting to punish that guy some more. I mean, of all the shit talking he's been doing, come on. I mean, look, you got to be ready to back it up, but obviously he was backing it up for the most of the fight. At the same time, Anderson Silva got too smart, like the spider. He led an insect to this web and tied him around him and got him. So he tapped out, but Anderson Silva kept a hold on him. And we had those two referees and a bunch of other people have to break it off of him. And Anderson Silva was like, "What? Why'd you tell me?" And he was just carrying on and everything. So that's a good thing. I really like the fact that Shonen got his ass kicked because he deserved it. And maybe it'd teach him not to be running his mouth so much. Now, I know he was trying to probably promote the fight, but I think you should leave that to Dana White and the promoters. That's what they do. You are a fighter, Sonnen. You need to just fight and shut your mouth and quit talking so much shit. Because obviously you're not the champion. You didn't walk out with the belt tonight. You came close, but close can only take you so far. And so I am really glad Anderson Silva won, even though it was his bad day, but he still came out on top, which is a testament of the fact that he's definitely the pound for pound the best fighter in the world, bar none. I mean, how can you do any better than that? He had a bad day. I mean, he could have been like Fedor and lost that fight, like Fedor did with Verdum and another organization in Strikeforce, about a couple months ago or so. But Anderson Silva held on. He kept cool. He even struck him to a point where he actually busted his eye open above it. I mean, Shonen did good, but like I said, he didn't do as well as he should. And now this will definitely, I also hope that this will shut the critics up about Anderson Silva not be able not only to take the fight to the ground, but not able to take fights, period, because he's been criticized, of course, for his antics the last few fights that he's had when he danced around and everything. But these opponents were also not good enough to be around him, being in the ring with him. Like, Damien Mia and many other people, and Dana White criticized him. Many people criticized Anderson Silva as a goofy person, but no, this guy's for real, okay? This guy could afford to dance. He can afford to do a lot of things, but he still beat these guys up, these previous guys. So now he's still undefeated in the UFC. He's still the middleweight champion. Even though he's had his bad day, he still walked out with the belt. So what can you do? And so I'm really congratulating you, Anderson Silva. You are definitely the best in the world, and you won a lot of respect from a lot of people tonight. That's definitely where I was at as far as the sports bar was concerned. So, I mean, there you have it. And I think Dana White now had the fact that I even saw Dana White give him the belt tonight with a little bit of a smile on his face was actually very good too. I mean, Dana White last time he said was so embarrassed he didn't give him the belt. Well, Dana White now had to suck up his pride a little bit. I bet he didn't want to, but he sucked up his pride to give him that belt himself tonight. So that was good. And like I said before, people like Sonnen, they remind me of so many people back in my neighborhood where they talk so much stuff, and yet when it all comes down to it, sure they may back it up a little bit, but they don't come out the winner. And whether it's a boxer or whatever the case may be, so it's always good to just do your job, be humble, or have humility, and just go out and do your job to the best of your ability. Well, anyways, this is the UFC 117 post-fight recap, and I'm Sandy Bear Thunderheart, and I'll talk to you later. Healing, it is all that is.